Going back to Mountaineer basketball, we have number 4 center freshman Wilfred Kirkaldy. A native of Brooklyn, New York, he attended Simon Gratz High School, where he was rated by scouting services as one of the top 50 high school players in America. Simon Gratz was 27-1 and ranked as number 1 high school team in America by ESPN. Wilfred was also rated 12th best center prospect in America by Future Stars. The title of his speech is Understanding the Misconception.
Good afternoon. Michael Jordan, Lawrence Taylor, Bo Jackson, Larry Bird. When I say these names, what comes to mind? You probably picture Michael Jordan dunking or winning the game, or Bo Jackson commercial for Nike sneakers. Winning the game, being on television, making big money, all of these things sound glamorous, but being an athlete is not always as glamorous as it seems. There's a great time commitment associated with being an athlete. I got my high school experience at Oak Hill Academy in the mouth of Wilfred, Virginia. I attended class from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Study hall was from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Dinner was from 5:30 to 6:30. Basketball practice was from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Then it was time to try to begin homework. We went back to the dorm at 11 o'clock and was lights out. We even had class on Saturdays. So this was my schedule, 6 days a week. For non-athletes, Saturday school was over at 12 o'clock. But for athletes who missed class because of an away game, we had to have school all day on Saturday. Obviously, we had to make up any missed work because of an away game. Secondly, once you become an athlete, you feel pressure just to keep up with the other students. For example, if you're playing a basketball game and you know you have a big test tomorrow, that's pressure. You also have to work that much harder than other students just because of your extracurricular activity. Your grades are still compared with theirs, even though they may not be as busy as you are. You also have to deal with the public perception of athletes. The public frequently thinks that athletes get special privileges. When I was in training, I had to run 4 to 5 miles a day. Do you see anything privileged about that? Also, WVU students had last week off for Thanksgiving, but the basketball team was here all that week. When I say this, I'm not stretching it by no means. We put in at least 60 hours of practice. Secondly, if you're involved in an accident or an unusual experience, chances are it won't appear in the paper. But I can promise you that if an athlete is involved in the same accidents or unusual experience, it'll definitely be in the paper. This brings to be my next point, that athletes have a lack of privacy. For example, people are quick to report you to your coach if they think that you're doing anything wrong. In conclusion, there are some positive points in being an athlete. You do get publicity, and hopefully it's good publicity. You meet a lot of people and get to travel and have opportunities that you otherwise may not have. But just remember, the next time you see a good athlete, think about his or her daily life. It really isn't so glamorous.